Hi there, this is Statlander, and welcome to the Just Time Post Show. It is Wednesday, November 6th, 2024, and tonight I'll only be talking about AEW Dynamite. I know AEW Dynamite and NXT went head to head today, but I only watched AEW Dynamite, so I will not be covering NXT. Sorry to disappoint everybody, but that's just what I decided to do. Just watch Dynamite. All right. So let's kick things off talking about tonight's main event, which was a tag team match. It was Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita versus Ricochet in a mystery partner. Now, I kind of thought that because it was a mystery partner, then maybe it would be Mark Davis, as we know, Mark Davis being the other half of the United Empire. He made an appearance last week to try to talk some sense into Kyle Fletcher, but that didn't happen. No, it actually ended up being none other than Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, Ricochet did say that this person's contract expired with the Don Callis family on October 4th. And they were pissed off because Callis forgot about him and ended up being Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, I completely forgot about Powerhouse Hobbs. Like, I know earlier this year he was with the Don Callis family, but what Ricochet said is correct. Like, Don Callis completely forgot about Powerhouse Hobbs. I guess he got injured, and then they didn't even bother checking up on him. I guess that's what commentary said. But yeah, I was not expecting Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs is back. He teamed up with Ricochet during this, and this was actually a pretty decent match. Adam Cole baby was watching backstage because we find out that next week's gonna be Adam Cole versus Konosuke Takeshita, which I'll talk about later when I talk about Adam Cole's match. But Ricochet and Powerhouse Hobbs are victorious here, and then at the end, Kyle Fletcher attacks Powerhouse Hobbs with the chair shot. Mark Davis comes out to try to help Ricochet, and he shoves Kyle Fletcher. And then Lance Archer and Brian Cage also attack Mark Davis, and Adam Cole attacks Konosuke Takeshita, and Will Ospreay returns and attacks Kyle Fletcher. So it's an interesting dynamic here. I did question, and if you guys watch my show, I did question how Mark Davis fit into all this. I wonder if in the end he'll eventually go back to Kyle Fletcher, because I feel like he fits more with Fletcher than he does with Ospreay. But that's just my opinion. But definitely we're getting the inevitable. I think this is slowly putting to the inevitable Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. But overall, decent main event. I enjoyed it. And now I'm curious to see what Powerhouse Hobbs does. I think he might get revenge on the Don Callis family. So we'll see where that goes. So tonight's Dynamite kicked off the Hurt Syndicate. And they're basically MVP basically put over Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley during this segment. And he's basically talking about how, if he offers someone a Hurt Syndicate card as your gold ticket to success. I said this at the beginning, and I'll say it again. Since I did not watch NXT, I don't watch NXT. I know NXT went head to head with Dynamite, but I only watched AEW Dynamite. But I did see pictures of NXT at the ECW Arena. I thought it was pretty cool, but I didn't watch the show. Not going to. So he shows footage of Bobby Lashley attacking Swerve Strickland to show what would happen if you reject his business card. Not to say the Hurt Syndicate was looking pretty fly in those suits and sunglasses. So, Swerve Strickland comes out, and the Revs are trying to hold him back and stuff. He basically challenges Bobby Lashley to a match at Full Gear, which MVP accepts. So it's gonna be a good match. Bobby Lashley versus Swerve Strickland. I can't wait to see that. I think that's the match that everybody's been waiting for. We got Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin versus Claudio Castagnoli and Pac. Now this match was chaotic because Pac and Claudio decided to attack Orange Cassidy even before the match. They went up to the ramp and attacked him. And Darby Allin was just jumped off the entrance ramp onto Claudio Castagnoli here. And like all this stuff wouldn't happen before the match even started. When the match did start, like poor Orange Cassidy got punished badly during this. Like he took a gut wrench, a gut buster, and a backbreaker all by Claudio. Like Pac and Claudio did a really good job at targeting Orange Cassidy because he took a huge beating during this. And then there was this one spot where Pac did a brainbuster to Darby Allin, and then a sheer drop brainbuster to Darby Allin from the top rope. But this match doesn't even have a victor because the rest of the Death Riders come out. Like Marina kicked the referee out of the ring. Like she literally kicked the dude. Go back and watch. She literally kicked him. And then Moxley put Cassidy in the sleeper. And then Darby Allin was hitting everybody with their skateboard. And Moxley ordered Wheeler Yuta to do the Psycho Knee on Orange Cassidy. So this was chaotic. Obviously building or Moxley versus Orange Cassidy here. I don't think Orange Cassidy is going to win, but they're just trying to get to Orange Cassidy. I still think that this whole John Moxley thing is going to lead to Shane O'Mac coming into AEW. That's what it has to be building for, right? All right, so next we get a Ricochet interview. He's basically talking about like his mystery tag team partner, which ended up being Powerhouse Hobbs. And he's approached by the Hurt Syndicate, and MVP basically wishes him luck. So I have a feeling that once Ricochet turns down the Hurt Syndicate, he's going to get attacked, just like Swerve Strickland did. We get a fight without honor trios match as a Conglomeration versus a Learning Tree. I don't really like the Learning Tree, so I really didn't care for this. It was an okay match, but I just didn't like the Learning Tree. The Conglomeration was victorious, and Tomohiro Ishii was the one that pinned Chris Jericho with a brainbuster. So I have a feeling that we're going to get Tomohiro Ishii versus Chris Jericho for that Ring of Honor World title. But there were some pretty cool spots in this match. You had Big Bill and Kyle O'Reilly. They went to the back. They went through the table. You had Mark Briscoe set up a table, and he put Jericho on that table, and he climbed the ladder, did the froggy bow. Those were some pretty cool spots there. Okay, so then you get a Death Rider segment, and Mox's speech is basically talking about how Wheeler Yuta doesn't owe Cassidy anything. So this is just your typical John Moxley promo. Nothing unique, nothing special was said here. So average. Yeah, Adam Cole, baby, versus Malakai Black. And while Adam Cole was victorious, this felt different because at the end, Adam Cole attempted to shake Malakai Black's hand, but instead, Malakai Black embraced Adam Cole. And I don't know, like, I wonder if Malakai Black is, like, leaving, because this just did not feel like something that he would do if it was just a regular match. And see, just look. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Malakai Black goes back to WWE? But it was a good match. I liked it. And, I kind of thought that it would be Adam Cole versus Brody King next because he thought it was, he beat Buddy Matthews and he beat Malakai Black. I was like, okay, the next one's Brody King. But that didn't happen. It ends up being Konosuke Takeshita, and we'll get to that. So he basically puts over Malakai Black as being one of the best he's fought in his 16-year career. And he says that he spoke to Tony Khan. So you guys remember, like, in order for either Adam Cole, baby, or Roderick Strong to face MJF, they each have to get 3 wins. I think he might, since Malakai had a good run in Triple H's NXT. Okay. But then Adam Cole brings up the scenario, well, what if both of them get 3 wins each? So he said that he spoke to Tony Khan and it would be a 3-way, although he calls it a triple threat match. So it'll be MJF versus Adam Cole, baby, versus Roderick Strong at Full Gear if both Roderick Strong and Adam Cole, baby, get 3 wins each. So I think that would be an interesting match. But let me know your guys' opinions. Like, would you guys prefer a 3-way between Adam Cole, baby, Roderick Strong, and MJF, or just MJF and Adam Cole? even though I like the idea of a three-way, I think the match itself should be MJF versus Adam Cole. Maybe we'll get both. Maybe we'll get the three-way at Full Gear, and maybe at World's End we'll get MJF versus Adam Cole, because that's the match that needs to happen. So after this, we get a quick MJF segment. He's just like on the phone. He calls someone. He needs that person to pay someone a visit, which we later find out. Actually, I'll just talk about it right now. So it's Don Callis. He's being interviewed. And before he can even finish what he's going to say, like, he's approached by some guy with an envelope with a message from MJF. So he hands him the Dynamite diamond ring. And he tells Don Callis that he has a problem for him and even provides him the ring, which we later find out he wanted him to take care of Adam Cole. That's why we're getting Konosuke Takeshita versus Adam Cole instead of getting Adam Cole versus Brody King. So it should be a good match either way. We get a Jay White interview / segment because in the middle of this interview, he gets attacked by Hangman Adam Page. And like Hangman literally like tried to break Jay White's ankle here. Juice Robinson saves him from that. And as Hangman like flees, Jay White tells him he's gonna embarrass, beat, and dismantle him at Full Gear. You know, I'm looking forward to this match. Like, Jay White won one match. I think Hangman's probably win the next one. And Jay White suggests that he could maybe be the first man to tap out Hangman. So it would be interesting if he does tap out Hangman. I don't think he is, although I'd be surprised if that happens. So we get Kris Statlander interview / segment. And during this interview, like, she almost got ran over. Like no, literally, like, Mercedes Moné and Camille attempted to murder Kris Statlander by running her over. You know, obviously, well, you couldn't see them do it, but like, obviously we knew it was them, because especially when the camera cuts to them, like, Mercedes Moné is insulting Camille for failing to run over Kris Statlander, and then Kris attacks Camille and Moné. So like, they almost committed manslaughter. But I do think that Mercedes Moné insulting Camille, I definitely do think it's going to lead to Camille eventually breaking away from Mercedes Moné. Maybe she'll be the one to take the TBS title off of Mercedes Moné. All right. So we get a Christian Cage and Hook face to face. And basically, like, we find out from Christian Cage that Kip Sabian just wanted his attention because he was trying to get into the patriarchy and stuff like that. And he talks about how, like, when that, you guys remember when Kip Sabian sold his pen and you saw like Pac and Claudio backstage? Like, Christian says he realizes that they would have ruined his opportunity to win the title. So when Hook comes out, like, basically Christian tells Hook that he attacked Taz with the pipe, and he questions why Taz didn't tell him when he saw him, you know, face to face. And he wants Hook to be his son, basically. So, like, I kind of thought they were gonna do, like, it was gonna be Hook that would attack his dad. And, you know, that's usually how it goes. But no, they went with Christian Cage. And Hook attacks the patriarch, and he puts security in the red room and just stares at Christian Cage while he's putting this poor security guard in the red room. So probably lead to Hook versus Christian Cage. After this is when we get the Don Callis segment, but I already talked about that. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Penelope Ford versus Jamie Hayter. And this is a decent match. You know, Jamie Hayter coming back to get her revenge on Saraya and Harley Cameron. But, you know, Penelope Ford had her own bone to pick with Jamie Hayter. But Jamie Hayter won this. No surprise there, because I don't think she was going to lose on her as she just came back not too long ago. So, a decent match. And I'm just going to stop right there because I already talked about the main event. So overall, this is an okay Dynamite. I really liked the Adam Cole versus Malakai Black match. I didn't really care for the learning tree, so I just don't like the learning tree at all. But a decent Dynamite, and I did like the main event, so I'd give it a 6.5 on a scale from a 1 to a Sean Spears perfect 10. I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. I didn't think it was too bad of a dynamite. We've gotten worse. So that is all. All right. So thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And if you guys are like TNA or interested in TNA, check me out tomorrow on Body Slam as Bert and I review TNA. I know last week we couldn't do the show because I wasn't feeling good, but we should be back tomorrow. And if I don't see you guys on Body Slam tomorrow, I will see you guys here on Friday for after Friday Night SmackDown. Bye.